dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Johnson now returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A run for Nick Chubb. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So this rivalry, Charles, here in the Buckeye State, Cincinnati and Cleveland, you felt like for a while it took a dip as these two franchises struggled. But now I think this rivalry is budding again as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in the NFL.
I agree with you absolutely because both of these teams have the arrow pointing up. They've kind of solved their quarterback issue. They're building up their rosters. But one of the most defining moments of this rivalry to me wasn't even in a Browns-Bengals game. It was a Seahawks-Bengals game when head coach Sam White addressed the crowd and emphasized that Cincinnati was the place to be.
But, Charles, I think his exact words were, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Running left, it's Mixon. Room here to run. And he's out right at the 25. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Franks. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Hurts to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Setting up play action. Franks. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Franks now. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Franks looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And his pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And some room to work. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
His throw incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to shake him off. They still can't get it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They go play action with Franks.
And this one taken in on the right side. But not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Franks.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On first down, Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Franks now on second down. Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Let's go, B, let's go. Green. Let's get there. Mike 28. They can't hang with him. Go. Mike 28. I'm coming. I'm coming.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
51 Mike, boy, 51. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, man. Watch the booth. Mike 51. Mike 51. You don't know no better. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, calm down. That's right.
Back to throw. Franks. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Hurts fumbles it.
And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Back to Mixon on second down.
A nice little juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On first down, Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So second and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
They're going to look to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Franks.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st down, Mixon. And some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as he'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Returning it, Johnson. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Franks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Franks. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We won. Come to my word. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the...
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A stop by Shaquem Griffin. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Mike 51. Come on. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Now Franks. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now his 2nd down throw. Here's Franks.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, tight end. Mike 51. Mike 51. Squeeze, double. Well, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw. Franks. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he'll find Hall. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Bengals 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. They're on 33-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Setting up play action. Franks.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.